One of the problems that the whole no honor among thieves thing, like if I know that I'm sitting on a really awesome 0-day that could pay off if I just launch it at the right time, like, taking down the broadcast networks on the day of the Super Bowl, there's nothing to stop somebody from saying, yeah, well, if I have access to it, I'm going to launch it a week early so that I can get paid before you do. But now the immediacy problem of AI is anytime I want to turn my tool onto that, I can find something and exploit it as quickly as I can in days, as opposed to having to sit on things for weeks and put my campaign together. And I think that if we as defenders are not reacting with the same immediacy, then we're opening ourselves up to a massive amount of problems.
Bro, and again, it's sort of a both sides equation, right? You guys were talking about the CIO taking responsibility, but he also is a very public face that gets to take the penalties when things go badly, right? Now, I have worked in one engineering organization where bugs became public and the engineer responsible was excoriated literally in the press. And that was at Netscape right after Netscape went public. And one of the engineers was profiled for screwing up in the San Jose Mercury News. And that's a really bad place to be when you're a peon in an organization, right? And CIOs, if we want engineers to fix these things and not create buggy solutions with vulnerabilities, security has to be part of the compensation. You got to be, it's all got to be part and parcel of the package of what you think about. If you then hold them up to ridicule when they screw up, they're never going to want to do anything, right? The phrase you used was Tom, was the CIOs got paid the big bucks. They have the most amount of risk involved, and that's why they get the most amount of reward, right? Is when it goes south, their job goes with it, right? The engineer who created that vulnerability, their job doesn't disappear. It was a mistake. They didn't do it on purpose, right? They're not getting fired. I mean, I have not heard of engineers getting fired for some of these vulnerabilities because we're human. These things happen, and it's very, very hard in complex environments to build systems that are 100% vulnerability free.
So how do we fix this? I guess the kind of coming back to one of my favorite things to ask people is how do we resolve the vulnapocalypse problem of finger pointing and resource allocation? I know, gentlemen, fix all of the world's problems in the next 5 minutes. How hard can it be?
World hunger.
Right. Like, after you and I and Jack get done with this, we're going to tackle some other problems like alien life or world peace or whatever. Because if we can fix an AI vulnerability scanning problem, the rest of this should be easy. But what are some things you think that people should be looking at that we should use to fix this?